Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today is September 4th, and it happens to be Danny Gatton's birthday. Danny Gatton is a truly underappreciated guitar player by the mainstream and general public. Very highly regarded amongst guitar players as a true master of the Telecaster. In fact, I can't think of anybody who had better mastery of his instrument. Just a spectacular player. And so I'm going to play you three songs today by Danny Gatton because I wanted to give you sort of the dynamic breadth of his talents. So we're going to do something that's definitely jazzy. We're going to do something that's definitely more straight country, and we're going to do something that's got a real bluesy feel to it. And you should get a pretty good idea on just how diverse the man really was. We're going to play this song Harlem Nocturne. We're going to play the song Melancholy Serenade. And we're going to start off with the song Cherokee, which you might think has a little bit of a hat tip to sort of a Gene Krupa style sing, 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 jazz tone, big band jazz style sound. But if you listen closely, the guitar sounds actually a lot more like Les Paul's early recordings. I mean, rhythmically, it definitely has that Gene Krupa, Benny Goodman era style sing, sing, sing type rhythm. But then go listen to songs like, How High the Moon, and listen to Les Paul's guitar playing and that harmonized sort of multi-track thing that he had going on back in the day. that made him seem like a bit of a magician back in that particular time period as he invented multi-track recording. And I think you get an idea of what this song kind of sounds like to me. Okay. With that said, let's move on to Melancholy Serenade. I mean, that's a real deep bluesy track. And though the guitar doesn't quite have the typical bluesy thick guitar sound, because he's playing it on a Telecaster, it does not hide the emotion that he's playing with in this particular track. Beautiful tune. With that said, let's move on to Harlem Nocturne. So the last two songs, Melancholy Serenade and Harlem Nocturne, very much sound similar to one another. It's almost like a part one and part two of the same track from decades apart from one another. Um, I think that combined with Cherokee, and you hear jazz tones, you hear the country chicken picking thing, you hear his haunting ghost like screams and cries that he could get out of the guitar. I think you hear an emotional guitar player with all kinds of technical tricks that he can use to make a guitar sound like nobody else can, frankly. And again, it's just he was such an incredible guitar player that again, just that he it wasn't something that you saw, getting played in the general public. People don't know the name Danny Gatton, and he could have been, if he had gone a little bit more mainstream, he could have been one of the biggest names in the world, in my opinion. I mean, you know, it's mind bending how great he was. I mean, I bet you put him on stage with Brad Paisley or oh my God, what's his name, Keith Urban, and Danny Gatton wiped the floor with both of them. He's just a remarkably talented musician who sadly passed away, took his own life out of a bout of depression, based around one of his best friend basically passed away, and it just sent Danny into a downward spiral that he couldn't recover from. So I've said it in other videos, I'll say it again. If you feel that kind of pressure and pain and loss and confusion, reach out to somebody, reach out to anybody, a friend, a coworker, your boss, your family. Reach out, reach out to, there's plenty of 800 numbers out there for people to call and try to get help. Go to an emergency room if you're feeling like you might do something to yourself, but get help, because you can't take back that final mistake. You just can't do it. And I don't want to see anybody spiral that far out of control. I've said it in other videos. I speak from experience, and I want you all to be well. Okay. With that said, happy birthday to the late great Danny Gatton. Do my part to keep your name and your guitar playing in the ears of others. With that said, please, y'all, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further. And just know that I truly appreciate you and I wish you well. Take care.